underway at Allegiant Stadium. Takes it at the 7. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff. And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time. But, man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles. They're good. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him. Throwing first play is Pickett. He's able to find Miller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing. You're talking about tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out. Pickett looking to throw on 2nd down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, no doubt about that one, because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, here's Pickett. And that is incomplete. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. Back deep is Philip Dorsett. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. As you get a look at Brian Hoyer, the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
Now Hoyer. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Hoyer. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Hoyer. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. First and 10, here's Pickett. Going deep this time for Miller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Raiders will take over now first and 10. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 38, Hoyer. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Running straight ahead is Jacobs, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Adams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. Touchdown, Raiders! Austin Hooper from 6 yards away. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by the Austin Hooper touchdown. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Harris. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Pickett will look to pass it. And the Raiders have got him. Credit the sack there to Chandler Jones.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Another try after the first down sack. Pickett escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Pickett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Out comes Brian Hoyer in the offense to take over. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Second down, Jacobs once more. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. That one caught downfield. It's Hooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 37 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. It'll be a gain of 3 on what should be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to our EA studio. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, if they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime, they're fortunate to retain possession.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. He'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, it's complete, an athletic grab, but still well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. At about the 32. Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it.
Pickett lost it. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Dorsett on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now Hoyer. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Hoyer. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Chris Wormley drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another first down.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Pickett. Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson, 27 yards. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go, fellas. Every day, let's do what we do.
Hoyer. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Hoyer. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number It's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 35-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Raiders have recovered.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, y'all.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
On 2nd and 7. Hoyer. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
They'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Myers. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Alex Highsmith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 4th down, here's Daniel Carlson for the Raider field goal. This to make it a 3-score game late. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Pickett. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Pickett finding Johnson there. 1st down, Steelers. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Pickett. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Let's go, baby. Let's have some.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee.
Let's go, man. Let's go, man.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.